to a couple known systems. If it can't get to those systems, then it'll fail. So the failure, if you want a human readable failure message, it should be in the plugin output. So this is just thanks. This is just the output for the plugin itself after it was run. I would say that the answer is, can the plugin be modified? I think all the plugins we have so far are all either written in Bash or Perl, or are wrappers through other programs that are also written in Bash and Perl. It's all, you can get access to all of those things, but we intentionally made the plugins very transparent so that you can, number one, add your own very easily, but number two, edit the ones that are there. We've been mostly working on the engine so far. We've been mostly working on the engine so far and haven't had as much time to spend on the plugins. So the plugins need a little bit of polish. For example, again, the Rogue AP one should be a little bit more intelligent about checking for whether it's on your corporate network. We've got some other ones like the cow patty plugin. If it doesn't find the handshake in the PCAP file that you send it discovery, then it won't be able to run. So what we should do instead is dump on that interface until we do find a handshake, and then start the breaking. So there's some little things like that in the plugins that need to be a little bit polished up there. Am I even on the scroll bar here? I can't see anything. Any other questions? Yes? The radio frequency, the channel? I'm sorry, what? The radio frequency range, 335 megahertz. For each channel? I'm not sure what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, each channel has its own frequency that it runs on associated with it. For each channel. Okay. Anything else? Questions, comments, concerned? How much? Is that the? Yeah. Bids? This isn't like, yeah, 3 easy payments. Yeah, I'm not getting bids on it like, Johnny Cash and David Maynard. So most of the, so over here, we should see, well, you can see a few things right now, and it depends on what plugins. But right now, the power is actually, for this card, the power, there's a patch to fix this, but I didn't install it on this system. Will give you good power, and what encryption it is, Latin launch, those types of things. Jason's pointing out that different cards and drivers have different information that's sent back that you can have access to, and you don't always have access to all the information. So certain headers, if you can make your driver give back certain headers, you can get access to all that information. But in this case, with the IPW2200 in this, I don't. So this is the basic information, and probably the important information is here. Oh, you can also, for example, you can save all of the plugin information and those and all of this stuff. I'm not going to do it now because I can't see it, but the point is that you can serialize all this into a report that you can see all of the different plugins that you've run, what the output it is, all the different access points, how far you can get, those types of things. Yeah? Oh, the metric you see there is the completely broken metric. That's actually related to the same problem, the channel and the power in this. It's actually been fixed. The version that I'm going to post today, that leads me into something else. The version I'm going to post the official data to the MidnightResearchLabs.com site today. It's not up there now. We do have some CDs we're going to hand out, but it actually does have that problem fixed. Mm-hmm. So one thing that's weak in every wireless tool right now, in my opinion, is the ability or inability to automatically detect those types of things for the driver and what kind of card, and bring it up and put it in monitor mode and all those kinds of things. We actually take it in and out of monitor mode as needed, but what we don't do is bring up the interfaces automatically. One of the things we want to do in the future is be able to not only detect the card and driver, but what capabilities that has. So all these different drivers have different capabilities that for certain types of plugins, and right now it's pretty flat in terms of what capabilities we expect, but we'd like to be a little bit more intelligent about that. And that leads me to another point about Wicrawl and wireless tools in general, is that if you can't manually associate to an access point, if you can't get into DHCP, there's all kinds of things that can go wrong when you're trying to associate and those types of things. I've had all kinds of version problems, driver problems, and you get into this kind of stuck in the middle no man's land of, why can't I associate? I have an open access point, but I can't, associate those kinds of things. If you can't do it manually, then chances are Wicrawl isn't going to be able to as well. So that's good and it's bad. It's good because that means that when you can associate to that, when you can get to the internet, it's actually a useful access point. We've found, successfully what's actually useful on that learning, and what's combination of drivers, access point, all these different things can lead to me actually getting on the internet. And in my opinion, that was one of the most annoying things about trying to scan for these things is even though there's an open access point there, it doesn't mean you're going to be able to get an IP address on that, those kinds of things. So I guess that was kind of a long-winded answer, but we hope to be able to detect the card capabilities in the future. And auto, when you start Wicrawl, if your interface isn't up, it won't be able to see it's there. PCAP won't be able to know that, basically. So you have to, bring it up first. Anybody else? Does anybody want wares? Go ahead. CD? What's that? Wares. Yeah. Okay, so number one, what do we have here? And where can we get it in the future? This is a beta version of Backtrack 2, which you guys probably all know. Backtrack, it's a live CD for doing security. It has all the security tools in one place in a live CD, which is pretty useful and pretty cool. There's a new version that's going to be coming out sometime in the future, not sure exactly when, depending on when they can get around to it. They gave me early access to the beta, and I installed Wicrawl on it and integrated it into the CD. Like I said before, Wicrawl is going to be on the next version of Backtrack along with a couple of our other tools, or one of our other tools. So that's what this is. I'm going to put a torrent up of it, or maybe just a direct download, probably a direct download first of the whole CD, after I give you just the source packages for the tool. So, sorry, the real answer is where you can get it, MidnightResearchLabs.com. And if you look at the projects, Wicrawl is one of those projects. It's /projects/Wicrawl. Unfortunately, I didn't put the source packages on the CD. The tool itself is on there. I should have, but didn't. What's that? All right. right, guys. Thanks very much for coming out. I appreciate it. Anybody that wants to come on up and get a CD?
Hey, also, if you weren't able to get a badge earlier because we ran out, we have badges now, so you can register. Just want to let you know.
Wow, these are going fast. I have 2 CDs with no cases, and actually I have extra. If anybody wants, I just ran out of CDs. I'm sorry, but I do have stickers and I don't know, cheap pieces of plastic. I have. We meet third Friday. Third Friday. Sorry, I ran out of CDs.
You have my phone number?
Sorry. In San Lorenzo.
Oh, yeah.
It's about 10 miles away.
Yeah.
We do actually. We have for MRL we have a general mailing list. I can join. I should actually create a Wicrawl specific list. What's that? The MRL list is probably the best thing we have right now for that. It's general traffic about our group, which also includes all of our tools. Sorry guys, I ran out of CDs. Yeah. I ran out in like literally 15 seconds.
Sensitivity? I heard you say hello, but nothing else.
Does. Jason knows more about the words than I do, but
Testing.
What's that? Oh, they to CTF. Okay, I'll be over in a second. Hey. You know, before the new Mad Wi-Fi drivers, I was in love with the Proxim cards. The new Mad Wi-Fi drivers are not very stable. There's a lot of issues. They've got this weird, the VAP, the monitor mode interface and the station mode interface. It's cool, but it doesn't work that great yet. Yeah, I just have lots of problems. Like, for example,
Testing. Hello?
I can adjust the mic sensitivity. There we go.
Yeah, I can hear you.
2 more hellos.
I think I'll turn it up a little bit. Can you hear me okay?
Are you catching me at all?
What's that?
Cool. That'd be cool.